talk about the truth when it comes to Roman Reigns. In this video, we're going to talk about what I believe needs to be discussed, what should be discussed, what should be the talking point whenever Roman Reigns is mentioned here on YouTube or on social media, wherever you are listening this, because look, Roman Reigns, is he still WWE's top star? Of course he is. Leaps and bounds above everybody. There are levels to this game, and you best believe that Roman Reigns is at the top of that list. That's not to say that you don't have top acts like Cody Rhodes, our undisputed WWE champion, or CM Punk, or Drew McIntyre, or Gunther, or Jey Uso, or any of the like. But Roman Reigns has been the guy in WWE for many, many years, going back to when he initially broke out as a member of The Shield, going out on his own. Vince McMahon and co. has tried to elevate him to the main event scene. And of course, it took the pandemic, it took him taking a hiatus, and it took him coming back not only as a heel, but also having his wise man and Paul Heyman helping change the course of his career, his life, and the history of WWE. Now, Roman Reigns, he's been a babyface since dropping the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. He took multiple months off, returning to confront Solo Sikoa, who had picked up as the tribal chief. And can we all be thankful that that feud is finally done and buried with? Roman Reigns has gone far away from Solo Sikoa, or at least that's the way it seems, and it seems that that feud is over with. Thank goodness. But as Roman Reigns, when he returned at SummerSlam, and as Roman Reigns keeps trucking along, he is obviously a babyface. He is reunited with the Usos, with Sami Zayn, our honorary Us, to make up the bloodline. It's fun. It's nostalgic, if you think about it, having those four guys back together once again in the same group. But I also think we need to discuss something. I think it's pretty clear, that Roman Reigns is better as a heel than a babyface. In this current era, in this current gimmick, as our tribal chief, Roman Reigns is better fit as a heel. Now, I understand why they turned him babyface, because, he was paired up against Solo Sikoa, for goodness sakes. We had seen the song and dances, him as tribal chief as a heel. We had done so for multiple years as the undisputed WWE champion. So when he returned, he couldn't be a heel because he was on a feud with Solo, and he couldn't return as a heel because they weren't going to put the championship back on him. You wanted a new, fresh start. But I also think that ever since he has returned, there is not much difference between what Roman Reigns was and is in terms of what he stands for. Sure, he will stick up for Jey and Jimmy and Sammy. He will go along with Paul Heyman and teaming up with CM Punk. He will endorse the babyfaces. He will make the save for the babyfaces. But in this current era of WWE, I think Roman Reigns is better off as a heel than he is a babyface, because he's still cocky, just not to the certain degree that he once was. He's still self-serving, just still not to the same place that he was as a heel. Here's my point. While yes, I see the argument, and I would even agree with the argument that Roman Reigns is still the tribal chief and still does have the qualities of being a heel, it's not the same. He goes one step, but he doesn't go and complete the journey, right? Like he'll walk all the way up to the edge of the cliff, but instead of jumping off, he just stands there. You want him to jump off the cliff because you want to see him soar up. You know he's not going to fall. You know he's going to only go up. Or if he's running a 1 mile marathon, he'll get all the way right nearly to the finish line and just never cross on every single thing that he does. Hopefully that's a better analogy. So if you look at it like that, what do you do? What do you do if you're WWE? Do you turn him back heel? No. I'm just saying that instead of playing that babyface card, I think we need to start turning him back into at least a tweener, if not a full-fledged heel. I don't see them turning him heel tomorrow, but if we can get back to where Not all the time, because baby faces wouldn't do it all the time, but sometimes as a tweener, well, he could take that next step forward, right? If there's a situation in which he can elevate his stock, if there's a situation in which he can help his momentum in his career, then I would do it. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. Give Roman Reigns the power back, if you will, from a character standpoint. Let him be, now that he is the true tribal chief, let him cook. Let him go. Let the reins come off Roman Reigns, if you will. Because Roman Reigns, while yes, is a part-time star, we are also heading into WrestleMania, and you best believe he's going to have a top-tier spot. If I had to guess, he's going to be feuding with Jacob Fatu, but hey, whatever they may do, I'm interested. I am along for the ride. We all have known that Roman Reigns has had this in him. If you go and you watch the A&E documentary on it was an A&E documentary on him. They came out in 2024, and it's like 2 hours long. It's actually very good, but they were talking about how Roman Reigns, he's always had this edginess to him. He's always had this cockiness to him. He's always had this in him. It's just WWE, Vince McMahon would never let him shine. They would never let him get to where he is now, where he can show everybody that he is head and shoulders above everyone else. Now that we've gotten that, now that we've been able to see that, it's like, oh, okay, this is what we're talking about. This is what we needed, and this is what we're getting. And as long as WWE continues to give us what we want out of Roman Reigns, a la the heel, or going back to being a tweener, where you can take those steps forward, I think Roman Reigns is going to skyrocket into a different stratosphere. He's already a megastar. I don't think he can get any bigger than his heel run. But at a time where there are so many different guys out there that he can work with, think about the Gunthers, think of the Braun Breakers, think of all of the up-and-coming talent that he can work with, there's a lot of interesting matchups for Roman Reigns. There's a lot of interesting matchups for Roman Reigns as a babyface. There's a lot of interesting matchups for Roman Reigns as a heel. It's all about plug and play. It's all about where you want Roman Reigns to be, where you want Roman Reigns to go, who do you want him to elevate with, who do you want him to succeed with. If you go about it like that, I think that's what it's all about. I think that is what we should all do. We should all look, we should all wait, we should all hope to see where WWE takes Roman Reigns next. That's all I'm saying.